Welcome to Hakone in the Veloster. This race is going to be a fight from beginning to end, because not only is it a 30-minute race, it's a 30-minute race at one of the most tire demanding tracks in Forza Motorsport. Not only that, the tuning on this car is not ideal. Kind of old, kind of needs updating, and kind of understeers a lot. It stops becoming about aggressive tactics. It's more about opportunities and preservation. Opportunities being overtaking opportunities or running in the slipstream of other cars to gain that advantage. With preservation, I'm talking about tyres and making sure that we do not lose too much from other drivers around us, kind of making sure we're in a defensive position at the right times with the right drivers. And also surrendering position when needs to be, where you see an opportunity that they're going to be able to pull you along, let them pull you along. Yeah, there's quite a bit to think about this race, to be honest. 22 laps of Hakone is no joke. Excuses to one side, we are catching up to Banana up in front, so we're going to see if we can make a move up the inside here. Hopefully they go a little bit wide, scrubbing those tyres, squeezing us on the corner exit into the next corner. Really, we have nowhere to go besides really into the back of them, which is not ideal. Audi behind us, SPV is looking to make a move fairly, going around the left hand side here, but thanks to the power of this spark can, it's struggling to overtake. So breaking into turn one and going to go up the inside of the Elantra as they go screwily wide. And by the looks of it, I think that is a base tune on that car, because suspension is actually really high up. Either that or they jacked it up for the fun of it. Not too sure, but I'm going to go and give the slipstream to the Audi behind us. Let them try and reel a bit of place back up with us, because they were fair in the overtake, or trying to overtake. Now they're going to catch right up to us, going to hang it over to the left, let them break away on the right, get a slingshot move and have the better position into turn one. Although I think we could have probably carried a little bit more speed through turn one and may have actually been able to do a cut back on the Audi, but it's an opportunity lost. But it is what it is. Thing is, this spark can is absolutely insane in a straight line. It really is. The speed this thing can give is absolutely unreal. But my terrible tune and running on hard tyres just really isn't benefiting us whatsoever. And you can see we're going to lose another position to RRL Skumos to our right hand side here. Down to P13. Not good. Not good whatsoever. I mean, we are only on lap 4 out of 22. There is plenty of time for things to happen, things to develop, and developing they are right now, as the Audi is pushing, I think, the Honda Civic, and the Honda Civic bounces off the wall, I can only presume, and then off the Audi. Not too sure if it was being pushed or not, it just went wide, but it was very destructive, and it was a position gained. So we're back up to P12, I can't really go like that. What does become very interesting in this race, though, is those two cars up in front become very TCR. Their elbows are massive, and they end up starting battering each other around. And I got to be honest, I was thinking, do I join in on said shenanigans, or do I sit back and watch from a distance? Because it'll be our luck. We'll end up on the losing side. So you see, the Elantra was going to kind of like a late defensive move, or sketching out the Audi, not too sure their intention, but the cutback maneuver here is, I think it's actually pretty good, to be fair, although could have done without the contact, maybe made their point. Thing is, it just deteriorates from there, because the Audi is really trying to make the move, and to be fair, they are a bit quicker. I mean, they're quicker than me, and I've been catching up to the Elantra. But through this corner here now, I think the Audi ends up pushing the Elantra and is not happy about it. Really not happy about it. I was tempted to give the Audi a push, though. I was going to push them along, try and draw them back into the fight, but I thought if I hit them from behind, it may upset the car too much, thus crashing them. You see the absolute send from the Elantra, and nearly taking out the fart can and then elbowing the Audi again. I got to be honest, I needed tyres. So I couldn't commit to watching any more, sadly. One thing I have just worked out mathematically is I've just gone in for hard tyres. I was on hard tyres previously. I've only managed 8 laps and those tyres were absolutely wrecked. I'm going to do another 8 laps and these tyres are going to be wrecked. Well, it takes me up to 18 laps. Then I'll have to pit again and go for another set of tyres. And this is what I don't understand about this track in itself, in its entirety. The fact of how destructive on tyres it really is. For a track that's half of it is a straight line almost. Well, it is what it is. Coming out of the pits is a fart can and the Elantra, who was very friendly with the Audi. So this is going to be fun because I'm right behind them wanting to really to overtake said car. How I go about it though is going to be anybody's guess because I don't want to be punted off track or elbowed around and it be called defensive when it's not. You know, I understand a bit of TCR elbow, but there's TCR elbow and there's literally shoving somebody. Thank you for quick reactions on the Elantra and a little bit of contact, although it never came up on the screen. You know, you felt it on the wheel that they were rubbing beside us. Absolutely butchering this corner here because I was actually more in preservation because I was thinking I was going to get either a cutback or pushed off the track and just didn't do all that well there. A little bit detrimental, but I am not overly concerned because C1 in the fart can is going to make a move and hopefully... Where is that Elantra going? Well, I was actually hoping that the C1 would actually do the work for me and battle with the Elantra, but clearly it wasn't the case and the Elantra decided to surrender their position. Lap 18, our tyres are absolutely cooked. We're going to have to get another set and I think there might be a good opportunity to go on soft tyres. I mean, there's only going to be 3 laps remaining. We're in position 9 at the moment, but we're going to go into the pits and lose another 30 plus seconds. The car behind SPV is the person in the Audi, has already pitted twice. So yeah, our lap times have not been great here. RMS Tom 25 seconds ahead. When we come out of the pits, they're going to be at least 50 seconds ahead. I'm kind of curious if they're going to pit twice though, because then that'll bring it back down. I'd be shocked if they manage it, because a lot of other cars have gone into the pits twice. Yeah, interesting. Ooh, got overtaken by Ford Focus. I didn't know we had a Ford Focus in this race. Hopefully, these soft tyres will come up trumps and we'll be able to reel that Focus in pretty quickly, because they have also pitted twice. And I very much doubt they're on soft tyres. They're more than likely on mediums. And I think, gotta be honest, what would have been a better play here is probably mediums. Not hard, soft. I'm not too sure they would make it either, to be honest. 3 sets of mediums. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below what you think will actually work out best in the favour here. Thankfully, we did manage to get a great bit of slipstream on Durex, and we're going to make said move up the left hand side. A little bit of scrapage going through, a little bit more, and out the other side we go. We're up to P13. 9.5 seconds away from RMS up in front. It's a mountain of time, but there's only one accident away. Well, one kind of big accident, not a scrape on a wall. Hopefully something may happen. They have also only pitted once, so that may also work in our favor. We do still have 2 laps to go. Whilst we are on the soft tires, we should be reeling them in rather quickly. I mean, 8.3 seconds at the moment. Yeah, I think we might actually be in for a chance here. I mean, last lap 1.7, 1.6, 1.5 seconds away, just clawing them down. Wow, the light change. What was that? Can someone stop pressing the sun on and off switch, please? It'd be much appreciated. It's actually quite distracting. What isn't distracting is we're finishing this race in position 12, which is absolutely okay, I guess. But don't go anywhere just yet. I'm going to retune this car. We're going to head over to Watkins Glen and you watch this thing deliver. But before we get there though, I'd like to take a moment out to thank our channel members, which are Andy Good, Sidmatic, Daniel Adams, Crazy 8, AK47 and Spectral Rain. Thank you guys ever so much for supporting the channel, and if you'd like to be part of this leaderboard, hit that join button down below, and don't forget to join the Discord, link is in the description. Watkins Glen though, with a little bit of tuning on the Elantra, really unusual start. Let's make our way through the middle here. First time ever I managed to pull that off. So position 17 to P11. Turn 1, not so good, but we survived. We're out the other side, getting ourselves comfortable, and only 0.8 seconds away from the cars in front, and surprisingly enough gaining a load of time away from the cars behind. Yeah, that was the most unusual start I've had in a long time. I never pulled it off where you could just filter your way through the middle. Usually I get punted. So, yep, hit a like for that one, guys. Hit a like for that one. Right, braking down to 4th gear, into the bus stop we go. We have one wide, catching up to the Golf, and let's see if I can make a move up the inside. It doesn't look like the door's going to be open. Not too sure what Bambi's doing at the moment, but Bambi is hitting every car known to man, and seemed a little bit sketchy, and I think it may have a latency issue. It could be playing from somewhere very far away compared to us, because it seems to be all over the shop. What on earth is going on there? Bambi's out of contention. Hopefully we'll be able to take over this Honda Civic. No. They had a hell of a lunge there. I'm not too sure. Did they hit NOS or something? Ah well. Oh, steady, steady. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Mr. Will David. Okay, reset. We have gained a monumental amount of positions from lap 1. I mean, we started P17. We're now up to P7. Absolutely beautiful work. That is actually 10 places gained overall. Wow. From one lap alone. Ah, you gotta love it, guys. Gotta love it. Is that another position? Come on, make it 11. Make it 11. Faster, faster, faster. Do not come out of Ghost. Get on, G923. There we go. 11 position gained in one lap. Oh my gosh. That is absolutely brilliant. I'll tell you what isn't so brilliant though. Nomeo has managed to catch up. Nomeo seems very interested in the rear end. One bit of contact. And this goes on for a good bit of time, and it's really frustrating because it's not like we're benefiting from said nudges. You know, we're not on a straight bit of line. There's another one. You know, we're not on a run, so the nudges is just more of a detriment than it is an encouragement. Let's see again, and it becomes a bit of a pattern. I don't understand why. If you want to overtake, go and overtake. Get past, get going if you can. If not, stop hitting the rear end. Use a brake pedal. Am I your brake? No. Are we going to go any faster? No, because I'm going to brake a bit more than I need to conserve my position in the race. I don't want you battering me off the track or bumping me off the track, so I go slower through the corners so I have more control. And again. Yeah, see? So we're just both losing now. And I don't understand why. If you want me to go faster, then hit me on the straight so we can both go faster together. Oh, that might be a penalty, that. Well, they have got a 1.3 second penalty in general row. Are they going to make a move? It's a straight bit of road. You're not going to bump me along now? Fine. Take the inside line. I'm going to let you have it because I do not want to be constantly bumped. And you guys might think, Flash, why did you surrender so easily? Well, it's my turn to do the bumping. So come here, Nomeo. Let's have a look at that rear end of yours. Come on, little launcher. Power. Catch up to them. And nudge number 1 incoming. It would have been better if it was a latter section of the track just kept bumping them. How on earth does anybody see? So this is where the camera view is a detriment and not a help whatsoever. And we lose another position. I'm not overly concerned. We're not even at the halfway point of this race yet, so anything can happen. And it's more of a case of just relaxing, feeling your way through and being consistent rather than battering your way through like Nomeo. I mean, things could be worse. And by worse, I mean this car to the left. That is not an ideal position to be in when in a race. Coming through the bus stop, we have lost a further position. and Nomeo goes into Ghost. So I'm not too sure what happened to them, but they are no longer part of this race. Hopefully, no, they've not come out of Ghost yet. You know when you're watching, in case they just held themselves back so you can catch up to them or anything like that. Sometimes you think to yourself, have I upset that person? I don't remember. Maybe. Who knows? But I'll tell you what we do know is we're starting lap 7, which is just about the halfway point in this race. There's already a person in the pits. We're going to keep out as long as we can because I'm going to go from hard to medium tyres. And that's where we should benefit, because this track doesn't seem so destructive on tyres, and we might be able to actually maximize them, which is really weird because, like I say, Hakone is absolutely ruthless on tyres. Another thing I forgot to mention though, I have tuned this car. I've changed the differential a little bit, and I've changed the suspension geometry only manual to mounts, and watch transformation. I mean, right now, yes, we're in position 4, we lost to RMS there, although we're only in this position because other cars have pitted. I'm extending this lap here to try and maximize as much of the grip as I can, so going on to medium tires, it should be a little bit quicker towards the end of the race. Just crazy really how much of a few little fiddles has transformed this car. I think now is the optimal time to jump into the pits. I'm not 100% sure. It's hard to gauge it because if I extend hard tires for one more lap, I think the next lap is going to be absolutely horrendous. But will medium tires make it to the end? And that's the kind of gamble you got to sit here and take. It's what is best. I mean, home is 3.2 seconds ahead, which is a mountain of time. Bearing in mind they have also pitted, so I'm going to be pretty much catching them in, hopefully, because I could only presume they are on hard tires. So 3.6 seconds over a course of 5 laps should be in a good shout here. We have overtaken Fast Piano, who was in front of us as we entered the pits, and now they are 1 second behind us. So that one lap has gained us 2 seconds on Fast Piano, which is great news. We are still only 3.5 seconds away from home, so we have only gained a 10th from them, which is not ideal. Problem we're going to have is I reckon Fast Piano may be a little bit faster than us and might start actually reeling us in once their tyres are warmed up. This is a launcher, not a launcher is it? It's a Veloster, sorry. It's absolutely brilliant through the bus stop though. He just glides through there, where the Honda Civic is a little bit bouncy at times. Fast Piano has managed to gain upon us. They are 0.3 seconds away, and they've been pretty much sitting that from the last lap. And I think credit where credit's due, because they have been fair and patient. And we've been working together to an extent to catch up to RTR Sean, which is 0.6 seconds away. But things change, and I don't know why. Because to me that is a bit of a lunge. I was already turning in before they dived in and a little bit of contact was made. Okay, no problem, I'll back out, you take that corner, it's all yours. And thankfully it wasn't too much of a detriment, but it is what it is. Break into this corner now, I'm going to get a switchback move here, absolutely beautiful. They go a little bit wide, I'm going to give them space to rejoin, and annoyingly they're going to be in the tow. I mean, I think it's probably better me being in front because I can defend, especially at the bus stop. But, yeah. I mean, 0.3 seconds away. Are they in a position to make a lunge? I don't think they are. This fart can is so quick. I keep thinking it's a launcher and not as a Veloster. Okay, heading into the bus stop now. And things go sour again. What was that for a move? They gained a 1.5 second penalty from that. Then, another 0.5 second penalty. One of them was for the collision, one of them was for the off-track. Yeah, I'm not too sure why. You know, we've been fair overall. I've not blocked you. We've raced fairly, but it is what it is. Tyres are absolutely destroyed. Their tyres clearly are not, so their extension for one lap has certainly benefited them. But thankfully, their penalty is benefiting us, and we're going to finish this race off in the wall in position 4. So yeah, don't know, Fast Piano, That was kind of a lunge at the bus stop there. Thank you all for watching.